Imagine yourself sitting at a restaurant, excited for the meal ahead, but with a lingering thought, one wrong bite could be your last. The anticipation grows as you prepare to indulge in something that's as much about risk as it is about flavor. This isn't just another culinary experience, it's one that comes with a genuine thrill and a hint of danger. Why would anyone choose to eat something with such a high risk? What could possibly be so special about this dish that people are willing to gamble their lives for it? Join me today as we dive into the world of fugu, the infamous and potentially deadly pufferfish. Let's start by breaking down what this dish really is. The meal in question comes from the Tetraodontidae family, more commonly known as pufferfish or blowfish. These fish have a unique defense mechanism. They inflate themselves when threatened, giving them that round, balloon-like appearance. But the real danger of this species lies within, as certain organs of the fish contain a powerful neurotoxin. This toxin, known as tetrodotoxin, can paralyze your muscles and in extreme cases, cause death by asphyxiation. It's so potent that just a tiny amount could be lethal to humans. Despite these risks, this particular type of pufferfish has become a sought-after delicacy in Japan and around the world. Now, you're probably thinking, why would anyone willingly put their life on the line for a meal? The answer lies in tradition, status, and culinary curiosity. In Japan, fugu has a history that spans centuries, with early mentions dating back to the Heian period. It's a delicacy that commands respect not only because of its unique flavor, but because it requires immense skill to prepare safely. Over time, fugu has come to symbolize prestige. Eating it is often seen as a bold statement, and in some circles, it's considered an accomplishment to enjoy this risky dish. But the danger isn't entirely random. Chefs in Japan undergo years of rigorous training, including exams where they must prepare the dish and even taste their own work. It's a serious craft, and only certified chefs are allowed to serve this dish. So, when you sit down for a plate of fugu, you're not just getting a meal, you're participating in an age-old tradition with a hint of danger. The preparation of fugu is where things get incredibly tricky, and it's what separates a delicacy from a disaster. The chefs who handle fugu are specially trained to know exactly which parts of the fish are toxic and which are safe. The liver, ovaries, and intestines are the most dangerous areas, holding high concentrations of tetrodotoxin. These parts must be meticulously removed without contaminating the flesh. Once the dangerous organs are taken out, the remaining meat is sliced into paper-thin pieces, often for sashimi. This type of sashimi, called fugu sashi, is known for its beautiful presentation. The fish is typically arranged in patterns resembling flowers as a reflection of the chef's artistry and skill. The sashimi itself is delicate, with a subtle oceanic flavor and a chewy texture that diners enjoy. For those who prefer a cooked dish, fugu can also be served in a hot pot, known as fugu nabe. In this version, the fish is lightly boiled in broth alongside vegetables, tofu, and other ingredients, offering a more comforting and hearty meal. Regardless of how it's served, the preparation is always done with precision to ensure the diner's safety, making every bite an exercise in trust. Is it as deadly as it sounds? While the potential for danger is certainly there, modern safety measures have greatly reduced the risk. Strict regulations in Japan require chefs to undergo years of specialized training and pass a difficult licensing exam before they can legally serve fugu. Thanks to these efforts, incidents of fugu poisoning are rare. According to reports from Japan's health ministry, most of the fugu-related accidents occur when unlicensed individuals attempt to prepare the fish themselves. It's not unheard of for people to try catching and cooking fugu at home, which can be a fatal mistake. When served in a licensed restaurant by a trained chef, the risk is minimal. That said, the toxin itself is incredibly dangerous. It works by blocking sodium channels in the nervous system, leading to paralysis. What makes it even more frightening is that it leaves your mind fully alert, so victims are aware of what's happening as their body shuts down. There's no known antidote for tetrodotoxin, so if you're unlucky enough to ingest a lethal dose, your only hope is receiving life support in time. But thanks to the stringent training of Fugu chefs, dining on this dish today isn't as perilous as it once was. So while Fugu is indeed dangerous, the risk of death in modern times is far lower than it may seem. Fugu isn't confined to Japan anymore. As global interest in exotic foods has grown, so has the appeal of Fugu. Restaurants in the United States, South Korea, and other countries have started serving it, but they're subject to strict regulations. In some places, like the US, only pre-prepared and frozen Fugu from licensed suppliers is allowed to be sold, ensuring that the toxic parts are already removed. However, Fugu isn't without its critics. Some argue that the potential risks, even when minimized, aren't worth it. Animal rights activists have also expressed concern over the practice, questioning whether it's ethical to eat a fish whose preparation could result in death. Additionally, overfishing has raised concerns about the sustainability of wild Fugu populations, prompting calls for tighter regulations. Despite these concerns, the allure of Fugu continues to grow worldwide. For some, it's the danger that makes the dish so exciting. For others, it's the cultural significance and the mastery of the chefs who prepare it. If the idea of eating a potentially poisonous fish still seems too risky, there are safer alternatives. One option is farm-raised Fugu, known as miso Fugu. These pufferfish are bred in controlled environments where they do not develop the deadly tetrodotoxin, making them completely safe to eat. While the purists may argue that this takes away from the thrill of the experience, miso Fugu still offers the same taste and texture without the danger. There are also restaurants that offer imitation Fugu made from other types of fish, like monkfish, that have a similar flavor and texture. While it may not come with the same prestige as eating the real thing, it's a safer way to get a sense of what Fugu might be like. So, is Fugu the most dangerous food in the world? Well, in terms of its reputation and potential risk, it certainly holds a unique place in culinary history. But when prepared by trained chefs in licensed restaurants, the danger is far less than it used to be. For many, the thrill of eating Fugu comes from the knowledge that they're indulging in something rare and potentially deadly. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video and want to explore more fascinating food stories, don't forget to like and subscribe.